Hi, we're here today again. It's me, Jan.
And Kim.
This is our third show in the garden. And we're kind of not in the garden, we're kind of out of the garden. But as you saw in our first two live events, we struggle with having a good spot for Wi-Fi in my yard. So we are not actually in the garden, but we're in my yard. Is that cool?
That's cool.
So I think that people don't realize how much fun we've had this year. Have you had fun?
I've had a blast. Time of my life.
I think you're kidding me. So we met, we both took, and some people have asked how we came to this, where we are here. We did not know each other 4 months ago. We both were taking an online gardening course from Gardenary to become, first of all, Kitchen Garden Academy, to learn to be better gardeners, and then to go on and become garden coaches. So we started working together. Thank God you came around to do my tech stuff. Any of you that know me know that I am not a techie person, and thank God, I think he brought Kim to me and said, I feel sorry for you here, Kim. You can have her and take care of her. She is my tech angel. So the videos and a lot of the camera shots and whatever that you see from a lot of the garden installs and stuff we've done are thanks to Kim. So thank you very much.
And I thank you. Like you said, I can't imagine my life without gardening and without you. And you've just been a blessing. And it's also been absolutely phenomenal. I eventually want to become Jan the Garden Guru, but you were there. You were killing it with helping people and just bringing gardening into everyday people's lives, and just to see, you know, the smiles, the laughter, the growth of the vegetables, and the growth of gardeners. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
We've had some mishaps. I know. We didn't really.
What?
We could show some of the bloopers, but they're really painful. I did a show yesterday, and my friend Lorraine happened to mention, and she got such a laugh out of one of the things we did, because one of the things you do when you're trying to figure out where you're going to put one of these gardens, especially the elevated gardens, you have to find a level spot. Well, as Lorraine said, she didn't have any level spots in her yard. Now she was our first garden, and I mean, you forget all the pain after a while, but she brought it all back to me when she was talking about it yesterday. Because once you fill these things with soil, I'm going to say at least 2 tons of soil, at least.
Yeah.
It felt like it. And we were trying to lift it, because what happens if you don't, the bed's going, and we were afraid the whole thing was going to cave in and go rolling down our hill, and that's probably not real good advertising for us.
No.
So we really worked hard on that, and we learned a lot from doing that. Is make sure that everything is level before you do it. And it's a reminder, every job we've done, we've learned better about how to garden, learned how to teach people. And I think that's the whole thing. And but what I've found is the people that have stayed with us have asked us to come back, and they're growing more gardens in their same spot. So they're adding on. The spring garden, we came back and we showed them some more stuff to do for summertime, and now I'm going back and doing to 3 or 4 of my people, our people going back and doing a fall garden. So they're going to be doing a variation of the salad garden that we recorded for you last week. So that's pretty cool. So I think they're having fun too. So where do you see us going in the winter time? Inside? Yeah, deep inside.
We're going to take a nap. No, you know, the winter time, I think a lot of people think, oh, gardening, as soon as your summer garden is over, you're in hibernation. You and your garden are in total hibernation. That is not the case. So I think our next step moving forward is teaching people how to progress and have that garden in the wintertime with the use of hoop houses and just extending the life of your winter crops.
Well, a couple of things just in saying with that, and just so that we can teach you one more thing, so you can say that you learned something tonight too, in case you didn't know. As far as saving seeds, it really is a good time for you to save seeds. Everything is going to seed, so to speak. If you have a plant like the coleus we have behind us, these are my husband's favorite flowers. Those are beautiful red tall salvias. and so these were kind of dried, and they're little cup shape. So he cuts these and saves these. We've been saving these for probably the last 15 years, saving the seeds, and he puts them in a big bin and just kind of ruffles them around a little bit. They're all full of little black seeds. So you wait till, and if you wait too long, by the time you wait till they're this dry, the seeds have already dropped out. So you wait until it's almost that dry, but not quite. So you can go around your yard and kind of start harvesting stuff that you really like. And, you know, if you want to, you can put them in little, you have to make sure they're really, really, really dry. Put them in little, what do you call them? Little baggies you can, but just be careful. If plastic, if they're not totally dry, they're going to mold on you. What's the other? Little tiny manila envelopes, but they're tiny, tiny. There's another name for them, but I can't think of it. Or little envelopes. And I just saw a show this weekend, and what she used was a photo storage box, and inside it is little things that look like little cassettes, and you can put your seeds inside those. Again, you got to wait till they're really dry. You can label them, and then they're just really beautiful and organized. So I'm always learning too, so I thought that was a great thing to know.
That's awesome.
So be doing that now. I'm harvesting a bunch of stuff, and we'll be showing you how to do winter sowing too. That was a great thing I did this past year. So I had to be very careful not to lose any of those seeds. Probably at least a dime a piece. The other thing I want to encourage, and I probably haven't said to my gardeners yet, so if you guys are watching, if any of the rest of you are, you'll notice how kind of used up this book is. Be sure and document what you're doing. The goods, the bads, and uglies. All the stuff that you're doing, the wildlife that's around different times of the year when you're gardening, because that's part of what you're doing is you're enjoying being outside. One of our friends that gardened with us said, thank God she found gardening because she pretty much was trapped by the computer. That's all she does all day. She's a heavy networker, and she says getting up and having to go outside and water was a blessing because it made her get outside, breathe, move a little bit, and enjoy the colors. She's decorated it, put some beautiful lights in, so when she comes home from being out networking, she comes home to beautiful, beautiful yard that's spotlighted. Her gardens are spotlighted, so it really gives her a gift all the time. You're going to keep track of your plants that you've planted, the things that you had luck with, the things you weren't crazy about. Do your plans now. I didn't put my beds in, my 3x8. I put 2 3x8s in last year. I went ahead and put the dirt in and didn't really have a plan yet. I had already done the vertical garden and had planted flowers on that one year after I had cleared out that side yard. But last year I decided, okay, I want to try some plants over in that side yard. And the main thing is that I could not have anything that needed too much sun because we've got huge pines over there that get taller and taller. So that is my south side, and I'm getting less and less sun, so I have to plant crops over there that don't need a whole lot of sun. So those are the things you start learning about, and that's what we're going to have. I didn't tell you this. Surprise.
Ooh.
Talking to a few of our gardeners, we're going to start a breakfast club.
Oh, neat.
Is that cool?
That's so
It's kind of like a book club, but better. And hopefully our book club spends about 5 minutes on our book, and then we just talk about everything else. That could be what we do too, but who cares? But gardeners generally are fun people, and they're sharing people, and I really look forward to that. I mean, we're all busy people, but we also like to get together and laugh and have a good time. So you didn't know that yet, so surprise. So I'll let you know where it's going to be. We won't do it next week because I know that you have a special thing going on next week. So, so what else? What else do you have to look forward to? What do you think? What else should we surprise people with? Maybe a trip through the greenhouse once things start growing in the greenhouse?
That would be very cool. Is it okay if Mark Panos over there for a second? You guys have to see Jan's setup because it's absolutely phenomenal.
So I have it's an old greenhouse. There's nothing fancy about it. It was part of the house when we bought it. Single pane windows, so it's not super efficient. But I grow a lot of plants in there. And this year we're really concentrating on herbs into December because we've got, I didn't tell you this, but we've got 2 or 3 shows we're going to be doing. Surprise! So we need product. So we're growing. We're growing from seed. We're growing from plants. We're just growing. We're going into production. We're going like a little greenhouse.
I'm excited.
So we'll have we'll have herbs for people. We're going to have herb parties. We're going to have herbs for gifts for people. I hope to be doing some work with chefs so that they can show people what to do with those herbs as far as cooking. Maybe some herbalists or people who like to do gifts with herbs. We'll be talking to them. Whatever they do, I don't care. Maybe they make sachet or they make. There's something you talked about. Oh, hair rinse or something.
Yeah, we talked about it at the event that you're having at Dodge Stadium on the 25th. It's just a way. I will have a couple recipes there. One being how to use rosemary. Just mix it in some water for a hair rinse to keep your hair flowing.
Is that what you use?
I do.
Come on, really? Oh my God, feel your hair. I'm serious. Wow.
Ancient secret recipe, my rosemary.
Wow, rosemary and water? That's it? Who knew? And the bees aren't bothering you.
No, they're not.
Well, Mark, you should be using rosemary in the water. No, but I think those are all natural things that have been around for years and years. So why not go? I think all of us are going back to trying to be more natural.
Absolutely.
Last year, I know that being so isolated was the main reason that I started getting back into my garden. Is that I just felt like I needed to do something to use my brain again. I think it just went on hiatus for about 3 years after I got done working so hard. And it said, no, it wasn't ready to do that yet. So this job is made me really think more and do more. Certainly this job is physical, but thank God again for your muscles. Yes, he did bring me you for that too. I have to say to you guys, do you know how heavy those 40-pound bags are when they're super wet? About 80 pounds.
We don't have our summer bodies yet, so what? What happened? I don't know. So your coat.
We'll work on those summer bodies. Thank God we're going into winter clothes, so it's all good. More coverage. It's all good.
I know one thing we're gonna keep doing: keep laughing. That's for
Oh my
sure.
God, you have to. and I think that what's been so fun is working with the different people we have is that they enjoy it so much like we do. It is hard work. Some of our folks are more hands-on than others, which is fine. It's all right. I'm fine for going like this. It's all good. Put it over there. Put it over there. And I think the more they do hands-on, they appreciate everything more and they remember more. Because it's fine that we do it, but I think it's just like when you're kids. If you do things for your kids, they don't remember it as much. And they might mess up a couple of times, but it doesn't matter because once you mess up and it doesn't come out quite so right, you go, oh yeah, now I get it. And so that's when your greatest lessons are, is when you don't do it so well or you make a mistake. So if there's anything you guys all want, please be sure to go on, visit us. Is anybody chatting with us, Mark? Or are we by ourselves?
By ourselves right now.
We're by ourselves, so it's very lonely in here.
But not for long, because we're coming to your yard.
That's right. So here's the thing. We're looking for more business. There's still a few more weeks before the snow flies, guys. And this is the time. People are so afraid to call, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if they don't know what we're going to do or what. What do you think?
I think maybe a lot of it just is inexperience. I know a lot of people, clients that we've had that are brand newbies, they seem fearful, like they do not have the skills. And we have learned that everyone has the skills to garden, especially when you have a guru behind you. And then it's like we've seen clients, every success builds their confidence little by little. And I love those phone calls or text emails we get saying, oh my gosh, look at my tomatoes, my peppers are popping. It's amazing.
It's a spirit of gardening is a spirit of adventure. It's in a spirit of it's an awakening. Your first tomato, your radish. It's like, oh, it really is. It's like the sky's opened up and all of a sudden it's there. It's because you've created something that you thought there's no way in heck that those little seeds are going to make something that's so wonderful.
Yep.
And then again, when you're feeding it to your family or to yourself, that's huge. That really is a miracle. So we're blessed to be working in this job, and we're blessed to hopefully meet with lots of you guys. And we hope that you share this information with other people that you think will enjoy it. So hopefully we see you again. If not, we'll keep talking. And we'll keep laughing. See you next time.
Bye, guys.